why Fable is doomed. Now, I don't know what he's done to my boy Voss, but I don't like it. He turned him into an American.
You want to know the second definition of insanity? Getting the car guys to make a Fable game. Xbox, did you really have to put your token Brits on the job? Playground.
Hey, do not blame Brits for this. This happens across the entire West, okay? France, Germany, the States, the UK, especially the States. Like, it's always the States to where it's happening. And the reason is because the entire industry has been infected with these annoying tone policing, Karens, and activists. That's why the industry has gone down by so much in the past, 5-10 years? Probably 5 years.
Have to put your token Brits on the job? Playground has never made a real game before. They make interactive Honda commercials. The most Fable thing about this game is them lying to us. But rest assured, the developers wanted to remain faithful to the originals, which is why they removed the way Fable looks, the way Fable plays, Fable's RPG mechanics, and much, much more. But other than that, yeah, it looks like a great Fable game. Psych! Psych! Hang on, I got one more. I just gotta find it. Psych! There is a special place in hell for the person that put office-style cutaways into my Fable franchise.
I'm so glad people are starting to call it out now. Like, there's this huge problem in the industry of games and also film where people take an IP and they change it to cater to an audience that wasn't into the IP to begin with. A great example, The Lord of the Rings. They took the IP, and if you take an IP, you take the entire audience of that IP. So they took The Lord of the Rings and the entire fan base, and they created a cozy, lame game to where you pick carrots and cabbages. What the fuck? Who's this for? And then you've got Dragon's Age. Like, why would you make Dragon's Age a entirely third-person game where it's just action? Like, you're taking away a key point of why people enjoyed the older Dragon Age. It's so weird. And they keep doing this, and it keeps going on, and it over and over, and it's just getting worse. It is.
Who even asked for these?
Yeah, exactly.
I asked for these. This means you guys are going to make me watch cutscenes. More specifically, make me watch cutscenes where I gotta look at these fucking things. I see why you guys make games without any people. This game might not have cars, but it has people that look like they got run over by cars. Jesus, it takes a lot of work to make something this fucked up.
Yeah, guys, again, it is so obvious when the devs are trying to push an agenda. Like, every NPC in this game, it's incredibly diverse, right? But it's diverse in a way to where it's clearly forced, and it isn't authentic, right? And everybody sees this. And name one game where devs intentionally push these agendas and it turned out to be good. One. I can't. They always suck. Every single time. Like Dragon's Age and Star Wars, Assassin's Creed, Avowed, Concord. They all suck. Because these devs care way more about trying to insert a worldview instead of trying to create a good game to cater to the targeted audience and the fan base.
You can't use the excuse of tech limitations either. We've had scan-in text since Far Cry 3 with Vaz. It scared the hell out of me when I saw him in Better Call Saul. They didn't miss a freckle on that scan. Now go to scan in a big budget actress?
There's a glitch in the machine, sir. She's got a 12-inch schlong now.
It's like the McDonald's ice cream machine. Anytime a pretty woman shows up, it's broken and they gotta redraw it from memory. Oh, the guy from The Watch gets scanned in one for one, but as soon as it comes to the main character, enshittified. So enshittified, they delayed the game a year and came back with half a character creator. They're gonna do some Hogwarts Legacy shit where you can only customize the head. Listen to this.
You'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the hero you play represents you.
That's code speak for you could be whatever you want to be as long as you want to be.
I bet there's pronouns in this game. Guarantee it. I bet there's going to be pronouns and probably... I And by the sounds of it, I don't even think there's going to be a type A or B. I think it's going to be just this. Because like this entire game, it is created around that ugly ass character. So I think there's going to be parts of the game where it's kind of obvious it's created around her, even if you choose a guy character. It's like they're very outdated at this point.
Boy. And let's for a second say that you can be beef testosterone himself. You still gotta walk around like the sassy, independent woman you are. Those hips don't lie. Shake that moneymaker, Dave. Blue Sky users are claiming this is how men walk. I don't doubt this is how they walk. They obviously designed the game to be played as that chick from the first trailer, and they bolted on the character creator after the game got backlash just like Saints Row. I rest my case, and I shake my ass. Who the hell walks like that? I love throwing it back. This is the first time the Forza guys have had combat in one of their games, and you can tell. We had a unique combat system before. Now, it looks like an impactless knockoff of Gotham Knights, Assassin's Creed, Veilguard, and name any other modern RPG.
It does come across as Dragon's Age to me. Like, the entire combat. It just looks cheap and basic, you know? I've kind of heard people kind of praise it. I just don't see it. It just looks shitty and cheap. Perhaps I've just played too much of, like, you know, of the good games, but, you know.
They said it would be inauthentic for us to just try and make Fable 4. So in a much more authentic move, they made Witcher 4. If you were going to be authentic to your resume, we'd be driving a souped-up Ford Escort into a giant troll. If Fable isn't authentic to you, then don't make a Fable game, dipshit. The combat in Fable 2 flowed. It had an action game feel. This looks like a worse version of everything. I'd talk more about it, but
Look, guys, look at the sword. Just look at the sword. Like, here. You ready?
Looks like a worse version of everything. I'd talk more about it, but we got 48 seconds of new footage. They spent more time telling us everything they've removed from the game. As for the takedowns, mommy and daddy won't let me buy the game if there's blood in it, so I'm glad they made sure to put it, I'm glad that they didn't put any blood in it. I hate this stupid spongy combat. Why would you do this to me? The other day I was doing some arts and crafts with a Pringle can, a plastic glove, and 2 sponges. It got me thinking, these sponges can really take a pounding. That was the inspiration for the combat. Furthermore, we got no guns, we got no dog, we got no motherfucking hope. Sucks the guns are gone, but I'm glad that dog got sent to the pound. Fuck that dog. Kill stealing me all the goddamn time. Where's the shot collar DLC? As for the humor, it's British, so it isn't. Speaking of which, will there be any huge...
Why? What the A perfect caption, by the way. I'm sorry, humor is good in Britain. The problem is, all these games, again, it isn't done by British humor. It's done by people in their 30s and 40s who are not funny. But this isn't exclusive to Britain. It's across the entire West. It's just a bunch of old losers. That's what it is. And activists, of course.
Honkers in this godforsaken game? No, but you can buy some huge honkers for 10% off using code PIMP.
What
Another
is
thing,
this?
if I wanted realistic graphics, I'd go outside. Hyper-realism is becoming the laziest, most expensive way to look like everything else. The old games had an artistic style. It felt like, you're not gonna believe this, it felt like you were playing a Fable. The whole strategy behind realistic...
I think this is the only point I don't agree on. I think, like, the world itself in this game, it looks really good. I do. The problem is everything else does not. Like, every character in this game, especially in the trailer, is fucking ugly. Like, really, really gross to look at. And you kind of got to ask yourself, why? I think we all know why. And I think when games intentionally create characters to be ugly, it doesn't go well every single time.
Graphics is pissing God rays into your eyes and hoping you forget your computer can't run this game. I like how they built on the landlord mechanics. I like that killing the guy from the watch lowers property values. But I gotta say, the most interesting feature is all the gigantic Cocks flying all over the place. That's right, they pulled a Cyberpunk 2077. We got a bunch of floppy cocks slapping you in the face. Good luck, reactors. Look at it flop around. Mine.
A good one. Good one.
Now, the one question on everybody's minds is, why are there...
Guys, look. That is nice. This looks really good. But the faces, look at this shit. It's disgusting. Like, I don't know how the characters can be just so disconnected from the graphics and the quality of, like, the buildings and the grass and the trees and, like, everything else. It's so weird.
Minds is, why are there no whores?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm wondering
or
that
hot
myself.
girls.
In other news, for
Or big
seemingly no
tits.
reason, the game has lost all reason and accountability overnight. The original devs understood this perfectly, but for some reason, I can't put my finger on it,
Oh, I
these
wonder
new
why.
devs just can't get their heads around it.
No, I
One of the
wonder
quotes
why,
from the
guys.
devs was, there's no objective good, there's no objective evil. Thank you for being open about how all your choices don't matter. Apparently, morality isn't black and white, it's gray. So quick question, if you murder a whole village for no reason, is it evil? To me, yes. To this guy, it depends on the village. Addition.
And I bet there's going to be things in this game you cannot do. So in this game, you're going to be able to become a landlord. Now, I bet you aren't allowed to only have people in your homes purely based off of skin color. I guarantee it. Like everyone who's fucking black and brown, streets, white inside, or it'll probably be allowed, give it's the other way, you know. But that way, I guarantee there will be a lock to prevent you from doing that. Because this game is going to be patronizing.
You can't become Hellboy, and you can't hit the performance-enhancing potions until you're built like Sam Solik. Can I at least eat my way into Meal Team 6? Back in the day, anytime I ate something, fat. Is that coming back? They stopped me in the middle of a boss fight to call me a fat fuck. They gave me the title of Salad Dodger. Are you gonna bring that back, Playground? Playground, in Fable 2, if I'm a man and I wear a dress, everyone around me will point and laugh. Can I count on that making a return? I'll tell you.
No. Bro, there is no way that these devs today are going to do that. Absolutely no fucking way. There is a way higher chance that if you're a guy and you put on a dress, there's going to be oh, you look so pretty. I guarantee it. Watch. Because, again, incompetency, and they're trying to be safe instead of being authentic and funny. Because everybody knows a guy who wears a dress is weird. It's fucking weird. So why can't you do that in a game? It's a game. Stop pandering to the modern audience. Because I think that's what this game's going to be, by the way.
What isn't coming back? STDs. Even my choice to have unprotected carnal relations with 100 whores will have no consequences. If I can't get STDs, why call this a Fable game? This is a sham, an M. Night Shyamalan, a sham wow. So you make them look like they have STDs, but I can't bring home the prize? I can't dip into the dark arts and start pissing 200 Scovilles? Just another sanding down of a game's great legacy. Britain has fallen, everyone. Take away their accents. Why are there no STDs, Playground? Why? Ask Bill. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play a good new release like Code Vein. Never mind. Half Sword. Never mind. High Guard. Never mind. Fuck it,
Half Sword's a good game. It just has some performance problems, but I think it's a really fun game. Code Vein? Oh god. You know, guys, Code Vein 2 is the only game I've ever in my entire life given back to Steam. I never do that. If I buy a game, I always stick with it. But Code Vein 2, I couldn't. It was just so bad to me.
I'm gonna go stare at a wall until Neo comes out. Thanks to the flock of pimps,
true.
and thanks to everyone that used code PIMP. Alright, I gotta go do some more salad dodging. I'll see you later. Send much more. Send much more. Send much more.
Okay, well, there you have it. But yeah, I do think I do think that the entire industry has been going down the same path for I think COVID was like the big thing to where all these people just came into the industry and just started changing things to push an agenda. And then you get things like Dragon's Age and Concord and Star Wars because at the time, everyone that did not have the same opinion as them were banned and cancelled from every platform. So this created it kind of convinced like all of these studios and companies that it's actually popular to be, woke, but it actually is not. It's the opposite. People don't want this shit anymore. People are tired of it. They're tired of slop. They're tired of being patronized too. And we're all tired of safety. Like, stop being safe. Like, if there's a guy in a game and he's wearing a dress, you should be allowed to call him that word, which I can't say because I'll get banned for sure. But you should be allowed to say it because it's funny. Like, you just have to be funny and authentic. I don't know, man. I think the entire industry has just gone to shit, like so bad.